Wow, yes, that is a beautiful time lapse. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vandeputte. I'm a time-lapse photographer living in London, and this channel is all about time-lapse, travel and tutorials. Well, it used to be about travel and then the pandemic hit. Today's video is sponsored by Motion Array. More about them later. Here is what we are doing today. That's pretty cool, right? Bit of context, yesterday I was shooting in a really cool building in the city cluster of London on this massive balcony, and I was walking back and forth on that balcony and I was looking at how the parallax shift or the different apparent movement of the foreground and the background was happening with the building in front of me and the buildings behind it. This inspired me to create some hyperlapses on that balcony, but I ran out of cameras. I had like all my cameras set up. So I thought, let's do this from my roof, because I don't think I've taken you to our roof yet. We have a crazy view from up there, and I wanted to try and create some long lens, small step moving hyperlapses today. So let's have a quick chat about what gear we need, which is pretty darn basic. Let's begin with the camera. I'm using the Lumix S1 because it's a really great time-lapse camera. With that, I am using, as you can see, a Canon lens. This is the 7200 2.8 Mark II, absolute beast of a lens. This is one of my first pro lenses that I bought, when was it, like back in 7 years ago or something? I actually don't even know. And I'm connecting the two with a Sigma MC21 converter, which I've made a video about how you can use Canon lenses on Lumix cameras. So that is the camera that we'll be shooting on. More about the techniques and settings later. We're going to be using a tripod, but doing hyperlapses with tripods, as you probably know if you've watched many of my tutorials, can be a bit annoying because you got to move it and then, you know, change the ball head and stuff. So this tripod is the 190 Go carbon fiber, lovely tripod, but we're going to add something to it. I'm going to add one of my favorite hyperlapse accessories. I've used this on professional shoots, I've used this on my own shoots, and it's a very affordable piece of kit. I'll link it down below and I'll let you guess what it is. It is a set of wheels for your tripod. This is by Newer. Manfrotto makes it as well. Just like that, you expand the legs, put the tripod in here, I'll show you that in a bit, and now you have a moving dolly style platform for your camera and your tripod, which is really bloody good. So let's pack up, let's go to the roof, I'll show you the view, and then I'll show you how we are going to shoot these really cool hyperlapses today. Right. My favorite ways of carrying a tripod is like a sword on the side. This has a nice little carry thing, and now I just gotta bring this filming setup. So let's go. Yes, I am actually wearing Uggs because I'm Australian, and here we are. Welcome to the roof. One of two roofs actually. We have this one and that one as well, but then I have to go to another building for that. So let's just keep it on this roof. Now let's figure out what we're going to shoot here, right? Because of that plant there, we can't shoot that. That's not the most interesting shot. So I think we're going to go along this edge here. And now the thing that is going to make this special is normally a hyperlapse. You shoot, sorry for the wind, you shoot, step, shoot, step, shoot, step. Steps are about this big, but because we don't have a long distance, we're going to go very, very tiny. So we're going to wheel it very small amounts in between photos. By the way, it is so cold right now. It's about like 3 degrees. And I wish it was not 3 degrees. Because this railing is quite high, we're going to extend the legs completely. You pretty much put that in there, one of the legs, and then you roll that and tighten just like that, and you repeat that for all 3 legs. Voila. Now all legs are here. You can get these in different sizes, by the way. I got the one with the thicker wheels, just so it's a bit sturdier. Let's mount the camera. Now let's have a quick preview of our shot. I know there's a plane flying, but I'm just going to shoot through it because there's always some noise happening in any big city. But yeah, London's not a quiet place. First quick tip, top tip actually, one of the most useful tips I ever encountered. If you want to shoot photos, great place to start is take off your lens cap, because it makes it very difficult to capture anything with that lens cap on. Now let's have a quick look. That was the dumbest joke I've ever made. Quick look at extending this center column, and literally I'm gonna just see what I can get framed. I'll show you on screen what I'm capturing. So manual settings, as per usual, everything manual in time-lapse, unless you're shooting holy grails, so sunset or sunrise, but besides that, time-lapse, hyperlapse, manual settings. RAW plus JPEG, because we want to have both, but we're going to work with the JPEGs today. And everything's set to manual, so we choose the exposure and the white balance and all that. Let's have a quick test run. Let's see what we're going to focus on. Maybe it'll be cool if we focus on the gherkin as the subject. And let's have a quick chat about subjects, because that is one of three things you need for hyperlapse, right? You need a subject, which is the building. You need an anchor point on that subject, which will be the tip of the building. And you need a path to follow. And the path we're following here is this little side of the roof. Let's go. I'm very grateful for this flip down screen, because this is much higher than my eye height. See how easy that makes it to move the camera. Just so nice. Test run done, preview shot done. Let me see if I can show this to you. So it's minimal, but it is something. And I'm just gonna shoot a couple of these and hopefully get some cool content. That's pretty steady, if I say so myself. And it was also not too long. That was only like 90 millimeters, 90 mil focal length. So let's see what else we can shoot. While that video is offloading, I want to have a quick word about the sponsor of today's video. Thank you, Motion Array, for sponsoring. Now, Motion Array is a marketplace with over 80,000 top quality templates, stock videos, music files, and so much more. It helps you create better videos way faster. They also have a ton of plugins for Premiere Pro, which gives you amazing transitions and effects to elevate your video editing game. Motion Array is a membership-based subscription, so even if you just sign up for a month or a year, you can download and use as much as you want. There are no hidden fees, and you can use the assets whenever and wherever. The universal license covers all usages, from social media to sports to advertising to monetized YouTube content and so much more. It also comes with a built-in collaboration platform called Review, which makes working in a team so much easier. Clicking the link below this video really helps me, and it's a great way for you to support this channel. So thank you, Motion Array, and thank you for checking out the link. Now let's get to stabilizing one of these sequences. Now normally I work with Adobe After Effects, but turns out a lot of people either don't know After Effects, are intimidated by After Effects, can't afford After Effects, don't want to use After Effects. But you know what? After Effects uses the Warp Stabilizer plugin. It's an effect that stabilizes with a very fancy algorithm, and that is also accessible in Premiere Pro. So let's use Premiere Pro for a change. Now, before we drag the photos inside of Premiere Pro, we actually have to enable a certain setting. So open up your preferences and go to the timeline panel and make sure that your still image default duration is set to 1 frame. This means that it will treat each photo as a single video frame, which is pretty much what you want. Then you go to your sequence with your photos. So these are, you know, all the photos we shot on the roof, and you just drag that folder, boom, right inside of the project window. Select all those photos, right click, new sequence from clip. This will take over the resolution, etc., and the aspect ratio. Then you want to select all those photos in the timeline and right click on them, and then you want to make that into a nested sequence. This will pretty much create a clip out of all these frames. So nest, just call it that, whatever. Now this is looked at as a video clip, and then you're going to go into the effects panel. You're going to find the warp stabilizer effect, drag that on there, change the effect control settings here for the warp stabilizer. You want to change this 50% to 10%, if you're a good shooter, that is. And subspace warp, you can play with that as well, but let this run. And once it's done stabilizing, we're going to re-nest that and apply the effect again, and then we're going to export. And that's literally all it is. That's how simple it is to use the warp stabilizer in Premiere Pro. I hope you appreciate me using this piece of software instead of After Effects, which is, you know, my one true love. Have a quick scroll through once that is done processing, and you see it's a little bit wobbly still, not perfect. So as I said, right click, nest that again, drag that stabilizer effect on there again, set it back to 10% or more depending on your clip, obviously. Let it analyze, and then good to go. That's how easy it is. Just to show you what you can achieve, this is straight out of camera. Bit wobbly, not too bad indeed. And this is what it looks like when it's rendered. I noticed I messed up the focus here and there, which is quite weird. I also noticed something wrong with the focus on this lens yesterday, so maybe I need to get it serviced. I said earlier, it's the first big L lens that I bought, and maybe it's time for a repair job. Who knows? Anyways. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really want to see your results, so if you go out there and you make some hyperlapses, please tag me. I'm Matt Joes on all social media channels. I assume you know that by now, but yeah, I really want to see what you make with this. The links to all the gear things that we talked about today are downstairs, down below this video. It's as if anytime I start the ending of a video, my brain just turns to complete mush. Thank you, Motion Array, for sponsoring. You, the viewer, can help me, the creator, by clicking the link down below. It's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Any video suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below, and may your skies be filled with fluffy clouds.